Hey guys, happy Mindset Monday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and are ready for a good week. This is week number 3 of January, week number 3 of this year. I'm feeling much better today, and I have a really good topic for us to chat about this week. So, this week we are talking about the negativity bias. And if you don't know what that is, basically it means that our brains somehow are hardwired to focus on the negatives. That is why the news is typically negative. That is why typically when we hear feedback, we only hear the negative and not the compliments. That is why we are so hard on ourselves at maybe we worked on a big project and it was really awesome at work and we got it done, and but we always tend to remember and focus on that one thing that maybe we could have done better, or that one thing that maybe we could have changed a little bit for. And this negativity bias is simply just the way that our brains are wired. But in order for us to live in a more positive kind of state where we're not super focused on the negative and not focused on the things that we did wrong or things that didn't turn out the most perfect way, it's important for us to rewire our brains in order to flip it and still shine some light on the positive and still shine some light on some of the things that we did right and some of our achievements and some of the good things. Because when we can focus more on the good, then it helps us be a lot happier, a lot more motivated, a lot more energetic, and just feeling light and just a lot more positive. And I think that the world really needs a lot more positive and light kind of people and kind of things to think about. And so with our brains being hardwired like that, it is really important for us to cognitively bring some awareness to when that is happening and to stop that pattern. So what you're going to do is the next time you find yourself in a position where you are thinking really negatively or only focusing on the negatives, and I've got some examples that I'm going to go through here with you, I want you to simply just bring some awareness as to, wow, I'm really being a Debbie Downer on myself. I think that I was last week in our mindset video. I'm pretty sure that I was being a major Debbie Downer. And it's important for us to just pause in those moments, bring some awareness and be like, what is even happening right now? Why am I only focusing on the negative when there's so many other things that positives that maybe I could focus on? And maybe it's not even so many, but can you find one? Can you find one positive thing to bring just as much energy to? I mean, it's like you can put on a new outfit and feel really good, and you receive 10 compliments that day from people saying, you look so good, I really like your shirt, where did you get it, I love your shoes. But if you have that one person say, I don't really like this outfit on you, why is that the only one that you remember? And why is that the one that we always take into consideration and make us second guess things and make us overthink things? And it kind of puts us in this negative downward spiral that we don't want to be in. And so it's important for you to pause and think about if that negative opinion or that negative thing really is the most important thing. Is that really the most important feedback that you have? And I want you to just try and get clear on your own awareness as to how you feel about the thing. How do you feel about your outfit? How do you feel about your habits? How do you feel if you were to just take the negativity out of it? Are you actually really proud of the work that you're doing? Are you actually really proud of the habits that you're doing? Even though it might not be perfect, are you actually really proud of the outfit that you have on and stepping outside your comfort zone and really just feeling yourself? Where is that kind of coming from, and how can you change that into be more of a positive kind of outcome? So let's talk about some examples, because I know that this is something that all of you struggle with. Well, I think that all of you struggle with it because I hear it in your check-ins and different things. So these are all examples of things that I have heard over the past couple of weeks from all of you, and just a way that you can kind of shift your perspective just to be not so negative on yourself, not so hard on yourself, and just switch it into be that more positive kind of light. Okay, first one, I'm sick, so I can't do any of my workouts, and I'm such a failure. Okay, but are you drinking more water? Are you giving your body the rest that it actually needs? Are you maybe spending the time connecting with your partner or your kids that maybe you've just been too busy to do? Are you reading or listening to that self-help book that you've been putting off forever? Where is the positive in there? Okay. Next one. I have a work weekend where food is supplied, so I can't track my food. Okay, That's totally fair. How can we spin that into a positive? Can you still focus on your protein? If it's a buffet style, you can probably still choose all of your own foods. Are you building new relationships and are you connecting with people? Maybe the time is not just super focused in on your nutrition, but if it is, then what can you do? Can you still make the right positive choices with it? Can you still make sure you're eating enough fruits and vegetables? Can you still drink your water? Can you wake up before the event 10 minutes earlier and do some stretching, or go for a walk before it, or go for a walk on your lunch break? Like, where is the positive in there? Instead of finding yourself in such a doom and gloom and negative kind of situation all of the time, instead, I want you to try and see where's the possibility for the positive, okay? Next one, I've been at the same body weight since I started working out. Okay, that's totally fair. That is a valid feeling, but instead of only focusing all of the negative energy on the lack of change there, can you change and see if there's anywhere that any positives have changed at all? Do you have any more energy? Do you feel any stronger? Do you feel better? Do you feel a lot more self-aware? Are you proud of yourself for starting a new routine or getting into a new routine? Okay. And just thinking about that. Last one is, I haven't done any workouts in a week. I'm such a failure. Oh, did I already say that one? I think I just said that one. I didn't. Okay. Last one. I haven't done any workouts in a week. I'm such a failure. Okay, but have you getting in more veggies? Have you been more conscious about your water intake? Have you been, a little bit more conscious about how many steps you're getting per day, or more conscious about your nutrition at all? Are you getting in a little bit more sleep? Like, where is this kind of coming from, and how can we spin it into be a more positive? So it's really important to kind of flip it on the flip side and look at the opposite. What is the opposite of the negative that you are focusing on? Because that negative is probably not going to help you feel good about yourself. It's not going to be constructive, and it's not going to help you, build or be happier or be more positive in any way. Okay, so that is what I want you to really think about, and really try and just rewire your cognitive pathway, and really just rewire the way that you think and the things that you focus on, because it does play a lot of power into just how you move in your day-to-day life. And we don't want to go through our day-to-day life being Debbie Downers on ourselves all of the time, and only focusing on the negatives, because that's not going to be helpful or positive for you. Okay? So that's our mindset topic this week. I would love to see you guys do that a little bit more and just try and focus more on the positive. Okay? There's always going to be negative things that happen. There's always going to be things that are out of our control. There's always going to be, those more challenging times, but that doesn't mean that there's not also good, or we can choose good in those moments too. Okay? So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.